Greetings all, it's Blue Knight, and welcome back to Persona 3 FES. Previously, we spent our Labor Day with Mamoru, and then we went to school for career experience, which was as boring as it sounded. So boring, in fact, that the game decided to skip those days and land us on Sunday, which we spent that day with Mitsuru. And we saw that Junpei finally recovered from the loss of Chidori, thereby completing his character arc and that story that's been going on for the last several months. Today, we're gonna hang out with Akinari since Sunday is coming up, and then shortly afterwards, we'll head back into Tartarus to continue exploring the Harima block. As you can see, I am in the control room, as opposed to last episode, I was actually in Tartarus. I actually didn't save up until that point, so I had to replay all the way back up to this day, and I decided to start the episode with this recording. So we're gonna kick things off by seeing what this new recording is, because we haven't seen one in quite some time. So let's find out what this contains.
This room is really too small to practice in. But come to think of it, I don't have to practice in secret anymore. I don't live on the first floor in this dorm, so I might be disturbing the people downstairs. I chose a long weapon so I wouldn't lose to an adult's reach. But the longer the weapon, the better it is for taller people. Ow! Ow! I hit my shin again. I hope I get taller soon. Maybe I should drink more milk. It hurts my stomach sometimes, though. Oh.
Well, that was interesting. Didn't realize that Ken was practicing his technique in private. Though he doesn't really do that anymore. I mean, we're all in the shadow killing business, so we can all just trade together if we wanted to. It doesn't have to take place in Tartarus either. We could like spar or something. I mean, I am part of the Kendo team, so I wouldn't mind sparring with Ken sometime if the opportunity arose. Though I don't think such a thing happens, which is very sad. Still, just imagine the idea of C's members sparring with each other when they're not in Tartarus. That would be pretty cool. So since there's nothing else to do on Saturday, actually I'm gonna go check with Coral first. I'm wondering if he wants to go walk again. I know we did it the other day, but never hurts to check. No, he's not. That's what I thought. So this time I'll just go to my room and then turn in for the night. So a strange thing I found out when I was playing back up to this point is when you go check with Fuka before you head to Tartarus, by looking at everyone's stats with her, Junpei was not available to be shown. I guess that should have been an indication as to why Junpei wasn't with us when we did try to go to Tartarus last episode, but still, I thought since he was all better from mourning his loss for Chidori, he would be up and ready to go back into the tower, but that was the case. But he might be able to go back tonight. We'll have to check with Fuka again just to be safe. In other news, Tanaka is once again available. Hasn't been that long since we saw him. It was like a couple episodes ago. What's he have available this time? I do have some cash on hand this time. Oh, another Sigma drive. That's the accessory that I've had for the longest time. I don't know who I want to give that to though. Sadly, it's way out of my pay grade. I do not have that much money after spending a lot of that money gathering some personas I need for upcoming social link business and for buying for my personal use as well, which I do have Saki Mitama back, and that did cause quite a dent in my wallet. Oh well, at least I only use a Sigma drive for myself, so it's not that big of a loss. Though I think someone like maybe Yukari or Aigis could benefit from it, I'm not too sure. But like I said, it's not a huge loss. Everyone's still glad that Junpei is back to normal, that's good. So I guess I'll just skip speaking with everyone and then we'll head out for the day to go visit Akinari again. Because that is the other common occurrence that takes place on Sundays now. So hit the Naki Naki Shrine and go visit Mr. Striped Shirt once again. And there he is at our usual meeting spot. The last time we spoke with him, he was starting to write a book about a pink alligator and a bird that can't fly. So I want to see if he's made any more progress on that. Looks like he's writing it right now. Guess he was just busy waiting for us and he decided to do that. Still writing more of my story. How much did I tell you about? I think just the beginning from last time. Yeah, that much. That much I remember. This was the alligator's first friend, and he was very happy. They started going to the river every day, and the little bird would sing while the alligator listened. But again, the alligator couldn't catch food easily because of its color. Pink is such an odd color. His prey in the jungle saw him from far away and had plenty of time to escape. He became so hungry that he was dizzy most of the time. And he accidentally ate the bird one afternoon and something in his mouth. Wow, what a cruel twist! That's just awful! Of course, he realized his mistake immediately. He drank swamp water to induce vomiting, but the bird was already dead when he retrieved it. Well, that took a dark turn. After that, he could have brought himself to eat anything. Ugh. That's as far as I've written. I haven't decided on an ending. I'm not sure how you could follow up after that, honestly. Oh man, that went really depressing in a hurry, Akinari. I'm sorry to say. Is it really that dark? I don't know. For me, it's hard to tell. The words I use come out from my life, you know? So, they may seem depressing to you. But to me, that's just life. So before, I mentioned I was writing a diary. That was a lie. I was writing my will. I couldn't face reality, and I was essentially screaming curses into my notebook. But for now, I'm writing my story in the same notebook. It probably isn't very good, but it contains some things that I've learned during my short life. When it's done, I want you to read it. I mean, meaning you is the main reason I started writing it. Well, as long as it doesn't get any more depressing, Akinari, I understand from your point of view that's not really how it's like anymore, but to someone like me, that's something that I'm not sure if I want to continue reading, or if I'll have the guts to continue reading. I have no idea how you can continue a story after that huge twist, but Maybe Akinari will find a way. Guess we'll have to wait and see. I'm really trying to come up with a good ending, but I can't decide. I don't have much time to spare. Well, thanks. I hope we could chat some more later. Absolutely, Akinari. We will. Well, that was an unexpected twist if I ever heard one.
Oh, hey!
Hey, Kari. The full moon's almost here. Yeah, I can see. No shadows have appeared yet, but I'm still worried. Oh, that reminds me. Ryoji-kun's here again. He's visiting Junpei. Junpei's still pretty down. So I'm glad he has a good friend like Ryoji-kun. Do you really want to use the word good to describe Ryoji, Yukari? Cause Ryoji's shown he's anything but, if you ask me. Can I help you? Let's check everyone's status this time. I wonder if Junpei's gonna be available this time, even though he's with Ryoji still. Yep, he is this time, good. So now we can go into Tartarus. But I want to see if Ryoji is actually in the dorm, or the two of them are out doing something together. First, let's check on what Aigis and Koromaru are up to. He's to be barking about something. This isn't about that, Koromaru-san. It has nothing to do with liking or disliking him. There is just something about him. Guess the two are still conversing about how Aigis feels about Ryoji. I wonder why I can't stop thinking about Ryoji-san. Koromaru-san has no idea either. She drew a picture of him in her sketchbook, huh? Romance novel. While everyone else is still glad how Junpei is actually feeling now. See if the two of them are upstairs on the second floor. Well, here's Junpei. I guess Ryoji just left. Oh, he's actually in his room. Okay. But he's not gonna stay long, so call me if you're going to Tartarus. Alright, good. What should I get him? Actually, get him a drink. That's kinda nice of him. And even though that prompt came up, we still can't enter his room to see if Ryoji is doing anything suspicious, I guess. Still trying to be a good friend for Junpei, because I still don't trust Ryoji if you ask me. He's still a very creepy guy. But now that we got our social league business taken care of, Fuka, this time I want to go to Tartarus, for real now. Because we still have quite a bit of Harba to go through, and actually, one of the request deadlines is coming up tomorrow, if I remember correctly. So I want to get that request done and over with. We couldn't enter the floor range where the target monster was to get that request done, so that's why I've been putting it off for a while. But tonight we'll be able to complete it, since we have beaten the last guardian. That actually takes us very close to the floor range where we could find that target monster. So, like always, I'm going to make some preparations before we head into the tower to continue exploring Haruba. So, excuse me for a minute, folks. Just as I thought, this request expires tomorrow. We have to find 6 pink feathers from a shadow called the Gracious Cupids on floors 181 to 190. By being the Stasis Giants, we are really close to start hunting for this specific shadow, so that's why I was putting it off for a while, because when we first entered Haruba, we were nowhere near that floor range, but we will take care of that tonight. And I want to bring attention to this request. Ever since Haruba opened up, this request had opened up as well. The final old document has to be retrieved before the 29th of December. So this should give you an idea on how big Haruba really is. So you don't have to rush yourself to the bone in order to get this request finished. You've got plenty of time to take care of it. So because I had to redo everything up until this point because I didn't save, I had to redo the Chidori fight a second time. And by doing that, I was able to level up Cert to level 59, which granted him the ability to get Fire Amp. And not only that, this specific Cert had an item held within his heart. So by getting all its moves, I acquired this accessory, the Blazing Flame, which nullifies damage. And you bet I'm gonna give that to Mitsuru. As much as I love the Varuna bracers, this pretty much guarantees Mitsuru does not have a weakness whatsoever now. So she is a prime member to carry into any situation from here on out. So you could bet I'll be considering to bring Mitsuru along a lot more often now that she's the first party member in Seas to have no weaknesses guaranteed. It was a really tough decision to decide who to bring along tonight, but in the end I chose Junpei, Mitsuru, and Akihiko since all three of these people are pretty close to leveling up and learning new moves, or just leveling up in general. Well, aside from Junpei, since he wasn't there for the last fight, his persona did awaken, or should I say evolve, into Trismegistus, which, as a result of a persona evolving in this case, Junpei now has the ability to learn even more moves than he did before. So that's the main reason why I brought him into this stint of Tartarus tonight. Mitsuru, I still feel like we haven't seen enough of Artemisia yet, so that's why she's here. And Akihiko, he's really close to learning Xeondyne, so after a battle or two, he should be able to learn that move. There's a shadow right there in front of me. Alright, let's see what this brings. Hopefully let's have the Gracious Cupids, and it's not.
There are 2 enemies.
The Power Castle. I figured this would be a new enemy. We haven't seen it before. The color looked really different to me. Let's use Okidyne. See if these guys have any advantage against fire. No, they don't. So I want to use that Ragnarok and show how useful it is.
Against Garu skills.
You only have 15 SP points. That's why you couldn't use Xeondyne. That's really odd. The weakness is Garudyne, or just Garu. That's good news for us. And look at you, Akihiko! Going for the crit on your first move in this stint. Excellent move. Oh! I totally forgot about that. So because Junpei essentially absorbed Chidoi's life, he now carries the ability Spring of Life. Which, if you remember from the Chidoi fight, heals 8% of the user's HP. So this is a very good move if you want to have Junpei on auto healing duty. You can equip another accessory to him that also does healing ability, and combine that with the Spring of Life. Junpei could get a considerable amount of HP back per battle, but I'm gonna stick with him using the land bag so he can get the SP back too. Since at this point in the game, he will lead to using fire a little more often than using physical attacks. But he can still be a pretty good physical user regardless. And now, after a few episodes, I can finally demonstrate how devastating Ragnarok can be. Look at that, 176 points. That did a lot of damage, and I'm really glad we have that. Now just imagine if we use that on an enemy that's weak to fire. Chances are they wouldn't survive. Something I want to bring up about Junpei's Persona Awakening to Trismegistus is in the Persona 3 portable version, the presentation style is a lot different than the FES version. In the portable version of that cutscene, it shows Junpei's Hermes and Chidoi's Medea actually merging together. So that would explain why Junpei has the Spring of Life. Essentially, not only he absorbed Chidoi's life force to remain alive himself, pretty much the two personas fused together to create Trismegistus, which is something I wish they did in this version of the game, because that was really cool to see if you were playing the portable version of that cutscene. But regardless, it's still an incredible moment to see Junpei's persona evolve because of Chidori. Another new foe has stepped before us to battle, the Red Sigil. Well, I have Bufudine from one of the last battles I had to use, so let's try using this. Yeah, that's what I thought. It was weak to ice. I kind of figured the color scheme would play as a little hit this time around, and it did work. Another new enemy that was not able to get the advantage on. I already got 2 splits on Junpei, that's not good. Battle Wheels. I have no idea what these guys are weak to. I guess I'll toss out a Bufudine and hope for the best. They might be weak to dark given their color scheme, but I'm not sure that hint will work twice. That's what I'm suspecting though. We'll see when the analyzation is complete. Akihiko with his Mazionga. They nullify light, but they're not weak to dark. It's gotta be in the long way then. And they're on the same level that I am, level 59. Now look at you, Junpei. Even though you're distressed, you still go on the crit hits. That's nice. See, he's a lot more focused tonight ever since his persona evolved, which was very awesome. And Mitsu's gonna finish off that last break wheel. They did provide some challenge, but they weren't that hard to deal with. And because of that fight, Mitsuru leveled up once again. I think it's the first time in this stint actually. And after another fight, Junpei levels up. It was actually the one after Mitsuru leveled up herself, so it wasn't that long before that happened. Oh, what a view again. The Jotun of Blood. Okay. I have no idea how to approach this one. I guess we'll just use a Bufudine. I mean, I have it, so why not use it? I figured it wouldn't do that much damage, but still. Any damage is better than nothing. And should we get a combo on it? Nice! It inflicted poison. And you're weak to dark. Okay. I might have a persona that can use dark. I don't remember. If not, then we're gonna beat this thing the old-fashioned way. What do you have? You have Mahamon. I can't believe it's still a Thoth here. I haven't used this thing in a while. I am in such desperate need for another and stronger elect persona. Maybe I should have gotten one of the few personas I did fuse last episode. Now, I know it's from the Cherry Arcana, but I don't remember specifically what the name was. I think it was Dionysus. I think that was the name. Fortunately, it was able to vanquish it with that Madoon. But look at that. Mitsuru also learned Bufudine. Nice. And Akihiko did learn Xeondine. But in exchange, Junpei got critted and taken out. Why couldn't that happen last turn? That means Junpei's gonna lose on the experience here. And his persona awakened for the first time too. So much for a strong showing in his first stint in Tartarus with his new persona Trismegistus. Aha! Finally found you. The Gracious Cupids. I don't remember what they're weak to, so I'm giving the cast on Mamadune actually. Since they're all white colored, they might be weak to dark. Well, I missed, so I won't know for a little longer. So Junpei, do your worst. Yeah, you got another enemy to be poisoned, nice. And they're all weak to strike attacks. Okay, so this will be up Akihiko's department. Or me if I switch up my weapon classes again. With one of these now panic another poison, Akihiko's gonna step in and hopefully set us up for an all-out attack. No, he's not. That's what I thought. Can't trust the AI too much in this game because they'll do stupid things like that sometimes. But it looks like we'll still have the advantage before they get a chance to move. Unfortunately, Akihiko's going 5th. So I kinda hope I have something that does inflict strike, though I highly doubt it. Blade of Fury would be pretty nice to use though. No, Deathbound is Slash, so I can't use that. Pazuzu has nothing. Is Fatal in a Smash move? I don't remember. Just Swift Strike, so I can use that. I know that's a Strike type maneuver. That's Slash, so it wouldn't matter. I'll just use Swift Strike instead. It's pretty rare that I use Yakuza at all, so that's a first for me.
That enemy is quite fast.
Alright, Junpei, now it's your turn. It's got Kill Rush. Crispy Guesses takes out that Gracious Cupid. Now for the AOA, even though 3 on 2 will still be enough to take out these remaining Cupids. Great job, Junpei. And since his persona did evolve, Junpei's quotes in Tartarus have changed as well, so that's something I neglected to mention. Aha, I see a new enemy here. Well, not really new, we have faced this one before, the dreaded Hell Knight. Oh, I remember how much trouble you gave me when you were a Guardian before. I don't have that much SP left, so I gotta think conservatively now. I'll use Bagarula, 'cause why not? Oh, it's actually weak to wind. I looked out there. I didn't think this would be the Hell Knight, or the type of knight that would be weak to Garu. Just did that as a shot in the dark, and I feel like I got lucky. Look at you, Junpei. You're being smart, following up on taking the rest of these enemies down too. Nice, because I am far from finished with this Gracious Cupid request. At least we know we can obliterate those Hell Knights with little to no trouble now. So that's beautiful, juicy redemption we got from the time it was a Guardian from a long time ago. Another new enemy, the Immoral Snake. I got a feeling you might be weak to ice, given the rest of the snakes we faced so far have had that weakness. Or at the very least, the majority of them from what I remember. And I need some SP badly. Thankfully I have 5 precious eggs, so I don't mind using one. We still have a ways to go before finding the next Guardian anyways. Cupid's going after the Gracious Cupid with that Kill Rush. Gonna knock out the rest of them, good. But we don't know the weakness of the Immoral Snake, but I'm still hedging my bets on ice. For some reason I'm also thinking fire might be a viable candidate too. Well, yeah, it's gonna be dumb and knock one enemy back up, because that's what they do sometimes. Can't fully trust the AI in this game. Weak to Pierce. Maybe I should have brought Yukari after all. Oh well. I'm sure I got something that's related to Pierce. Nakahiko on the move again, taking down the rest of these Cupids. Oh, you're also weak to light and dark. We haven't seen Daisojo that much out in the field, so why not? Be a rare time for me to use it anyways. Death is very guaranteed. The cut-in came in, so that almost thing is not gonna survive. And that only leaves us with the Lone Gracious Cupid, which I've only got 1 pink feather from each of the battles I've encountered these challenges so far. I have no idea why the drop rate is being so finicky with me today. I mean, the first fight that I did take down those Gracious Cupids, I only got just one pink feather out of 4 Gracious Cupids I fought. That's really low. And it happened again, I only got 1 pink feather. What is going on today? This is ridiculous. Give me more than 1, please. At least Sakihiko leveled up. That's some consolation, I guess. After a little more grinding, Junpei has leveled up once again, as I got a Bomb of Life. And once again, Junpei levels up. It feels like we've been coming across a lot of Awakened Personas recently. Well, let's discuss the newest Awakened Persona from Junpei, Trismegistus. This persona is known as the founder of alchemy, astrology, and magic. The name's origin means thrice greatest, referring to the three subjects he pioneered, which were the subjects I listed off. It's said that Trismegistus has the combined knowledge of Hermes, which was Junpei's previous persona, and the Egyptian god Thoth. So it's kind of fitting that Junpei's Hermes and Chidoi's Medea fuse together, because by doing that, they're essentially combining their knowledge to form Trismegistus in a way. So if you look at it from that angle, the Trismegistus represented in this game is kinda true to his origins, which is pretty cool. I quickly scrolled by the text because I was focusing on ascending through the harbor block, but we found where the next Tartarus Guardian lies is on the 190th floor, so not that far from the stasis giants we beat recently. Remember that red sigil we quickly beat and never saw again? Well, I was somehow able to keep it alive long enough to get its stat screen, so here it is. And we hit level 60 at long last. Feel like it was only a matter of time before we hit this level. It could be really strong against the next Tartarus Guardian. I just know it. We're not the only ones who level up. Akihiko also grew stronger as well. There's one shadow near the middle of this floor. It's really strong, so be careful. We'll try, Fuka, we'll try. This is gonna be pretty tough. I just know it because it's only one lone shadow, so chances are it's gonna be exceptionally stressful to deal with. So since we made it this far, that's gonna be it for today. We didn't have that much trouble going through this stint of Tartarus, and we did see all the enemies that we could find on this range in the harbor block. So all that's left to do is to just beat the next Tartarus Guardian. So next time we're gonna do just that. Get ourselves ready for the next Tartarus Guardian and hope that it won't take as long as the last one we faced. Until we meet again, farewell for now.
Once again, I'm back in the lab, cleaning my knives, ready for stabs. I never committed a crime I had to. Out of necessity, I don't crumble. I plead guilty to Lord in the chapel. Forgiveness given cause I don't look for trouble. Instead it finds me, and what I do is fight back. Never look back the past cause it hurts to think back. I pray to God